to the yard, Beast from the East, and you're watching Lights Out.
This is Lights Out. I'm Faisal Khan. Welcome to our podcast, joined by one of the usual faces in HF. HF.
Yes.
It's on. It's happening. Wilder versus Fury. Dates are yet to be confirmed. Venues yet to be confirmed. But it is happening. Tyson Fury is going to America to try and reclaim his heavyweight title that he never lost. What do you think of it?
I think that's great, but to be honest with you, it's great that the fight's happening. We need big fights like this in Vegas too. Is Fury ready? That's the question mark. I don't think Cephas Ferry and Pinata has really gotten him ready for Wilder. I see that Fury's lost some of his speed, some of his movement and agility, and he wasn't in the. He could still trim down a few more kilos. So hopefully he does that for the Wilder fight, because he's gonna have to be in the. He's probably gonna have to be in better shape than he was against Klitschko than he is against Wilder, because Wilder packs dynamite. Wilder's gonna be quick. He's able to fight for 12 rounds. Klitschko's kind of getting old. Still a great Klitschko, by the way, but it's just such a dangerous fight. I personally, as his manager, would not have taken the fight. No way. Not for another 6 to 8 months. But it's gone now. They're gonna get ready. Vegas, we will be there.
Let's forget who he's fought since his comeback. Let's forget ring rust. Let's forget, the fact that he might not be ready. Let's talk about the hype around the fight, the magnitude of the fight. Biggest fight since in the heavyweight division. What, maybe since Holyfield and Lewis Tyson?
I would say probably the biggest fight since Lewis versus Vitaly Klitschko.
Okay.
Purely because of the significance of the fight, with Tyson Fury being the lineal champ, having beat the man who beat the man.
Who beat the man?
Yeah, exactly.
And obviously,
he's undefeated. And the only battle he lost was outside the ring. So in the ring, he's still undefeated, and so is Wilder. So it's a battle of the undefeated champion versus champion. The closest thing that I can think of similar to this, where we had two champs fighting each other who were undefeated, we have to go all the way back to 1971, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. That was the last time. So that really tells you the significance of this fight. And I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully Tyson's out of good shape and we get a great fight.
Looking at it, we're all thinking it's going to be AJ versus Wilder, maybe even Wilder versus Dillian White. Do you think Frank Warren, likes of Frank MTK, all these people that surround themselves with Tyson Fury, do you think they're that confident in Tyson Fury of beating Deontay Wilder, considering the fact that he's been at the ring for such a long time, and he's had 2 comeback fights, but they haven't been the biggest of tests?
Yeah, well they're gonna have to be. It's a big gamble. They have to have their faith in Tyson Fury. Obviously, the pessimistic mind will say he's just trying to cash out because he feels like he hasn't got it in him anymore. That's something. I think that's Eddie's angle anyway. Eddie Hearn's angle. But Fury is a confident guy. Fury's never lost a fight in his professional career. For him, he should think, why should he lose now to Wilder? Someone who struggled and kind of got outclassed against against Luis Ortiz. Up until he got knocked out, Ortiz got knocked out. So Fury's probably going to take confidence into that, knowing he's a lot bigger than Wilder, and he's heavier, and he's a better boxer than Ortiz. The only thing is, obviously, Wilder's got the equalizer, and he showed that in his last 40 fights. That's the only thing that worries me.
Courage-wise and heart-wise, he's been at the ring for obviously a long time, but he's made that comeback. How much respect do you have to give Tyson Fury for getting back into the ring, after these last 2 fights against the world champion in Deontay Wilder?
But you have to. I mean, me personally, if I was in Tyson Fury's position, like I said, I wouldn't take the fight, because I don't think that 2 opponents have prepared me for Wilder. But he's obviously seen something in Wilder, and he knows his own ability. And he's obviously, no one goes into a fight with the mindset of, oh, I will lose and I'll take a paycheck, unless you're a journeyman. Someone at Fury's level doesn't think like that. You gotta remember, he's not been defeated. So he's not gonna just surrender his first loss of his career for a little paycheck, because I'm sure he doesn't need the money anyway. He's going for the glory. He knows the carrot at the end of the rainbow, and that's AJ. If he beats Wilder, he becomes the lineal champ, well, still is the lineal champ. He becomes WBC champ. And I think
That's every belt that he's ever needed. Then.
yeah, exactly. And
So does that not give him the legendary status that he claims he deserves?
well, if yes and no, because you've really got to beat more than 2 fighters to become a legend in this game. You've got to remember and show a bit of respect for all the past greats, Holyfield and Bowen, Lewis, Tyson, Frazier, Ali, Foreman, all them guys.
Liston,
They've
all
done
these guys,
they've done a lot in their career. So you can't just say beating a Klitschko and a Wilder will get you to that level, but he's on the right path, and if he becomes WBC champ again, if he goes and beats AJ, if he collects all 4 belts, undefeated lineal champ, well, I don't see why he
2.5 years out the ring with depression, and you're not having his license taken off him.
I don't see why he shouldn't be in that list.
The game plan against Vladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf in 2015 was to box and frustrate Vladimir Klitschko. And he done it perfectly. You know, hands behind the back in the late rounds. A lot of people saying, you know, Klitschko didn't have a clue what to do in the fight. What's the game plan got to be? Because this is a younger fighter, and this is a more advanced fighter, and this is a more dangerous fighter in Deontay Wilder. What if you're Ben Davison? What's the game plan to go there and win this fight?
Take less risks. Don't put your hands down like you did against Klitschko, not as frequently as you did against Klitschko. Don't showboat. You got to remember, this guy's got 1 punch, and that's all he needs. Klitschko had a big punch, but he was kind of scared to throw it. He was scared to throw the right hand because he's scared of getting countered back. Wilder doesn't have that in him. He's fearless. He knows he's got the equalizer. Maybe Klitschko didn't have enough faith in his power, but Wilder definitely has.
Yeah.
And he's shown it. And we've seen it. So the game plan will have to be probably go out first, box first few round, box. I would say just go for the decision. I know he's talking about he's gonna want to knock Wilder out. That's not the right game plan, because we got to remember Fury doesn't have that explosive power. He needs to use what he has, and that's the boxing ability. What he did against Klitschko, just hit and not be hit, and hopefully you get a 12-round decision.
There's obviously a lot of questions surrounding this fight. One of the biggest questions is how on earth did Frank Warren get the fight, and why on earth didn't Eddie Hearn not get it? So what would your answer be to that? Do you think they've maybe settled for less money?
No, I don't think they've settled for less money. I think Eddie Hearn was giving Wilder less money. He's kind of being disrespectful in that respect. Only giving him flat fee in a fight of this magnitude. That's not right in Wilder's part. Fury sees the potential in Wilder. He sees the money that he can generate with Wilder. You got to remember, 1 + 1 = 3 in this kind of fight. Like Fury in itself isn't going to generate that kind of money. Wilder in itself isn't going to generate that money, but you put 2 together, you got a massive fight. Split is 50-50, straight down the middle. Wilder sees and shows Fury the respect that he deserves, which is being lineal champ, undefeated, and likewise. So 50-50 down the middle, and we got a fight on our hands.
What did you make of the confrontation after? Alright, it wasn't like how it was a couple of years ago when Fury went over to America. But did you see that bit of respect between them there?
Yeah.
And what did you make of the whole confrontation this time round?
What I saw was 2 fighters who were glad they got to the finish line and got the fight made. So they have respect for each other in that sense, where they've shown the balls to want to fight each other, unlike AJ, which is to be disputed anyway, but the fight never got made for whatever reason, and now AJ is being called a chicken and ducker and everything. So the fact that Fury agreed, Wilder agreed, they have that respect for each other now. And it's similar to Parker versus Dillian White.
Yeah.
They got 2 guys no one really wanted to fight, but they got together and made a fight out of it, and it was a great fight. So let's just hope this one turns out similar.
Obviously, you mentioned AJ.
Yeah.
You mentioned that 1 + 1 = 3 in this business.
Yeah.
Do you think AJ is going to be looking at this fight and thinking, well, whoever wins this, you're welcome to come to Wembley next April?
You see, AJ is in a bit of a predicament now, because Wilder accepted the £15 million, didn't he? $15 million or whatever it was. Yeah. He accepted that, but for some reason AJ didn't sign. He didn't sign the.
Do you think it's a matter of control? Do you think Eddie Hearn wanted to control the show?
Yeah, but he did. He would have, to be honest with you. But like I said, if Wilder wins against Fury now, he's not going to settle for 15 million. He's going to want 50-50 down split with AJ, and I think he deserves that. If he beats Fury, AJ is not going to feel the same way. So he's probably going to make less money than he would have the first time around had he fought, because of the split difference now.
Yeah.
Fury versus AJ, there's no way Fury's going to settle for anything less than 50%. He's probably going to ask for more, being this lineage champ and WBC belt holder. So he probably rightfully so in his mind feels like he deserves more than 50-50 anyway. And with Eddie's ego, that's just not going to happen. So and obviously the fact that there's BT Sport involved with Sky Sports, it's going to make everything so complicated.
Yeah. But
who knows? We'll see. Tyson Lewis did it. Pacquiao Mayweather done it. Two networks coming together, and hopefully this time we see it be the same.
Let's get a prediction, judging on what you've seen when in Fury's last 2 fights and obviously Wilder's last few fights, and you've got to take everything into perspective here. What with Fury not fighting the level of opponent that you think he should have. I mean, a lot of people are saying the next fight should have been, I don't know, a Bermain Stavon or maybe even a David Price, someone at that level, and it's no disrespect to them, but he is jumping up. But what do you think? Going into this fight, who do you think wins? Who do you think comes out on top?
Going in this fight with current form and the way they've been fighting, who they've been fighting lately, I would have to side with Wilder. Wilder's been more active. He's got a good knockout in his last fight. Fury, he did it right in his last fight. He did what he had to do to win, but he didn't do anything more than that. He should have got the knockout. You can't brag about knocking Wilder out if you can't even knock out Pianato. You know, that's where the problem lies.
You know, honestly, the plan is for us to go out there. Don't get me wrong, I went to see AJ Wilder, but obviously that's a story for a different day. I'm a massive Tyson Fury fan. I also like Deontay Wilder. I think he's good for the sport. I'm 50-50 on it. It just, for me, it depends which Tyson Fury turns up. If Tyson Fury can put in that performance that he did in Dusseldorf all them years ago against Vladimir Klitschko, I think he can win the fight. But like I said, there's not been a real test from him since he's come back.
You see, what we need to do is we need to forget that Fury. That Fury is gone. We need to live in the current now. Fury right now against Wilder right now. I'll have to go with Wilder.
But if Fury can go there and, you know, make the fight an awkward one for Wilder, make Wilder struggle early on, do you think, is that what Fury needs to do? Or do you think Fury might have to change his approach and think, well, look at what Ortiz did. I'm a better fighter than Ortiz. And maybe I've got what it takes to knock him out. Do you think that's what Fury should do?
But that's
try and look at the Ortiz fight and think, I've got a chance against Wilder.
But like I said, every boxer's got a chance against Wilder. It's just a matter of can he sustain it for 12 rounds. Fury's shown that he can sustain it for 12 rounds against Klitschko. Although that was a gun-shy Klitschko, I just feel like it was a disappointing performance from Klitschko. Maybe because of Fury. Well, I think it was because of Fury, because of the awkwardness. And Klitschko finally fought someone who's a lot bigger than him. So yeah, if Fury can do that against Wilder, who knows what will happen. It's why it's 50-50 fight split. It's why it's a 50-50 split between who wins. And it's why everyone's so excited about the fight, because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know which Fury's going to show up. And it's just great time for the sport. And obviously the winner goes on to fight AJ in an even bigger fight. It's great to be.
One final question: if Fury does go there and let's just say he gets knocked out, do you think he should call it a day?
No, I don't think so. I don't see why you should, just because you get knocked out. Every great's been knocked out. Tyson's been knocked out. Ali's been beat in his prime. It's not the way to go around it. It's a sign of mental weakness. If you leave on that note, Fury's got more pride in himself, and he needs to just have more confidence in himself. But he has got confidence, and just go out and do the job. Do it for the UK.
Fury claims he's going to Vegas to knock out Deontay Wilder. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. We're looking to go to Vegas as well. It'd be great if we can, HF. I believe we are. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great fight. It's a fight that the fans want to see. For me, it's a fight that should have happened after Fury beat Klitschko. But listen, as they say in life, better late than never. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to comment. And we want to thank you guys for watching the podcast. We want to thank you for watching Lights Out.